It's Mother Ducking Fresh Cash Friday. If you're not excited about today, I don't know what it is that you're doing, but you ain't definitely doing something right. Oh my goodness. Every single day over here, it's just exciting every single day to wake up. And what a different life that it is when you get to wake up in the morning and by simply starting your day with a little bit and sprinkle it with some gratitude. What a difference that your day will be just by being grateful as soon as you wake up and then making a good trade. So that's always going to be a plus. So today, so far, what's going on? Well, I've been long since 7:20 this morning. Yeah, well, 6:20 my time, really. And of course, that's on the Discord community there. If you're not a part of it, you can feel free to join. It is 100% free. I've been there. I guess today everybody's kind of slept in on the Discord. Nobody's really posted anything up right now. So, yeah. I think people are still sleeping on the Discord community there, but basically we have been long since 7:20 right now. Yeah, this morning or 6:20 my time, and I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen here. We already got multiple bounces of the 63, so I'm becoming a little bit more cautious as we move on into the day here. But I mean, nonetheless, I'm already in the green. I locked in some profit, hence why I'm long 3 right now, and just seeing the defense of 63 right now. I mean, it's been over an hour, more than that now. So I feel confident in adding some more there at the 63.75. Let me take this out. Get serious here because ES is about to get serious right now at market open. So I'm already positioned in a way where I don't really need to be doing anything here. I just kind of need to, manage my risk and manage expectations. That's pretty much all I need to do here right now. We do have 71 resistance here, hence why I locked some down already at 71. And I locked some in at 67 as well. So like I said, I'm already in the green. I actually got broken even here when I got long. I woke up, I rolled out of bed literally. First of all, I thank God every single morning. I do that first. I open my chart and I see we're sitting here at the 60. And I'm like, okay, we're sitting at 60. What happened overnight? Very simple. You can see that we broke down 50 right here. This is a level again. Nothing new. Nothing should be, hindsight, or nothing should be like, wow, you know what I mean? How are we here? No, this is the same boring level. So we got 50. We trapped below. 2 kind of double bottom here at the whatever that is 41. The idea here is very simple. We have 50. We fail. We reclaim. We have a bounce. We fail. We reclaim. We accept price. We get the push. And then we have the next level, which is that 61-ish level. And then, of course, we are... So at that point, I basically got long. I'm like, I need to get long right now. Maybe it was that morning instinct. I don't know. But anyways, then I ended up breaking even. Then I got long again. Locked some down at 67 and at 71. So I'm already pretty happy with that. But again, I decided to add more down here because of how... Look at this. How much defense of this 63 right now. Like... It's telling us that it's holding. But again, I'm just being cautious because I don't like to see a level kind of trickle like that. You know what I mean? When we have multiple tests of it. It's going to work until it doesn't type of thing. So I'm hoping that before market opens on up here, we are going to get a nice pump at open. And thankfully, today we got an upgrade. We got the crystal ball indicator over here. And we also have this thing here. Look at this. Good morning. Buenos dias, Antonio. I thought you were sleeping today. I thought you slept in. We got a wheel now. Now we don't have to just rely on the crystal ball. No. Now we have a wheel over here. So very interesting to see what this wheel is going to have to say. So let's speak to the wheel. Wheel of fortune. Tell us what is going to happen at open. Are we going to pump? Are we going to dump? Or are we going to chop? And very simple. The colors are highlighted. The pump is green, of course. The dump is red, of course. And the chop is yellow. So I want to see. JP says, good morning. Buenos dias, guys. Buenos dias. Need to take a shower, wake up for real. I am telling you, I did that too already. I had to run away. I didn't want to watch price too much. All right, let's see what this thing's got to say for us. Please let it be pump. 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 Chop. More than this? I don't know if I can chop more than this, but I guess so. So she's calling for some chop here at market open. Buenos dias, just checking in. Yeah. Yes, definitely. Heading into class. Blush Brown, thanks for checking in and tuning in. So 63 is getting used up here right now. And by the way, I think I fixed my mic. I was testing it. We did some test streams, and I mean, I think it's good. But if you do have any issues with the mic or anything, I know that there was some like, I don't know, some weird sounds in the background, or I don't know what was going on, but I think it's fixed now. All right, so 63 getting tested here again. I mean, it's starting to look like we want to break down. You know what I mean, guys? Like, we are already, we 1 wick here. Look at all this support here. I mean, it's starting to smell like a breakdown. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I can't really, you know, take myself out here. I hope the Wheel of Fortune isn't right, that we're going to chop here at open. Not when I'm long 3. Yes, I already took profit. I'm in the green. So I decided to add here, but I mean, I wasn't really expecting for us to continue to chop at this 63 level for this long. This has been rather a very long trade for me, but nonetheless, it doesn't matter. To me, it's the level, right? 63 continues to hold. I mean, you tell me when it's going to break. I have no idea. I don't have a... Actually, I do have a crystal ball. All right, let's get into the serious business here. Do we have any numbers that we need to be worried about? And in 20 minutes, we got S&P numbers. So perhaps, yes, we do. I hope we don't just kind of dump and chop around before the numbers and then get the pump. But nonetheless, we have very important numbers in 20 minutes. So that would make it 45. So 9:45, we have important numbers. Do not forget. You've been warned. So good thing we checked, actually, because it's very good to know that. And let's get now the crystal ball in here. Let's see what she's got to tell us today. All right, crystal ball. $1 million question, crystal ball. All right, please. Are we going to pump or chop at market open? Let's see if she can align with the Wheel of Fortune. You know what I mean? Maybe. All right, so that's a maybe, you know what I mean? That's a kind of a vague answer there. So we're going to have to ask it again. 67, okay. Are we going to reclaim 71 at market open? This will be a very bullish picture if we reclaim 71, by the way. So, no. Oh, shoot. All right, so she's not thinking that we're going to reclaim 71. She's calling for a little bit of chop, maybe. So, both indicators are kind of not in love with today at the open right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm already long, guys. I can't really do much here. So I'm just hoping that they're both wrong and that I'm right. I'm going against my own indicators, man. What the hell? Those are the only 2 indicators I use. The Wheel of Fortune now and the crystal ball indicator. Those are my indicators. I should make a whole documentary, 15-minute, talking about my indicators. The Wheel of Fortune. Where is it? And the crystal ball. That is a joke, by the way. But those are my only 2 indicators. I only care about price. So this is very simple. We break down 63. We're going to go to the 50. If we go to the 50, the market is basically at risk of going back down towards the 86. And 86 is already very weak. So then therefore, at that point, I would argue with you that the Jenga block could potentially be in for failure. And then this is going to happen. Wait for it. Wait for it. Boom. The drop. I don't know. I'm debating about taking a nice break even here, to be honest. I know I'm green on the day, but I don't really want to risk any profits too. But we keep defending this ducking level. You know what I mean? It's like, I know that I probably should, be very careful here because it could break down. This is a lot of tests now. In the last, since 752 till right now, we have tested this level very heavily, extremely heavily. So if it fails, I should not be upset. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I can't really get short here because, well, very simple. I don't know if we're going to actually break this level down. So best thing to do is just stick to the plan. I am already long, and that's that. We reclaim 63. We have traps to the bottom. I'm just going to go with what price is telling me that the choo-choo train, plain and simple, wants up. And not just that, I'm also in line with my plan that I did post up last night on my Discord here. And again, this is not hindsight trading. If you want to know more, well, then just join the community. It's 100% free. All right, let's see. Market's about to open up in 40 seconds. Let's see if we can get this rally from this 63 towards that 71-ish area. Again, 71, no real, wow, how are we here kind of thing. That was resistance a couple of days ago and yesterday, I believe, as well. So I just locked one down there at market at already. Depending we're very tight. It's primed for the open. Get ready. 20 seconds. Anything is possible. This thing has been congesting for a long time now. Okay. I would not be surprised, as I've been stating on the community, if this thing gives a very nice move at open. Which way? We'll have to wait and see. Above 63, I'm thinking up. Below 63, I'm thinking down. But we are congested. We are congested. Market is open for business. Which way are we going? And boom, we're going to the upside, baby. 72. Give me that. Oh my God, there it is. There it is. Holy shit. Look, this is nothing but controlled by algorithms. I'm ducking. Oh my goodness. Look at it. How is it that a market open, we rally? Boom. Oh my goodness. There you go. Now I'm with a runner. Holy shit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We gotta stick to the plan and follow the plan. Oh my goodness. There you go. There's my day. Oh man, I love it. I love it. I took profit a little bit early there though, but whatever. I wanted to slide my order up. I don't know if you noticed that I tried to, but couldn't really do it. It popped too quick for me. So 72, we're getting stuck at 72. Again, no real... This is why I took profit at 72. I was looking for that push on up there because very simple. It's ducking resistance. You know what I mean? Like right here. Yes, we are currently squeezing. I don't want to see price close below 71. Why? Because then this could imply that it's a little trap above resistance. And I don't like to see that. We need to close this candle above 71, 72 area. The bulls know it. They need to get going from here. Or else it's game over. Hence the word level to level. You must take profit. We cannot assume that we're just going to rally through every single ducking level. You know what I mean? We got to get in long. My entry there's a little bit late. I was long from the 60s, like I said. So from the 60s to the 72, 12 points there, not bad. And again, multiple contracts. I'm happy with it. We got this kind of wick through that 72. That is not looking pretty. But again, we don't have to really care. As long as 63 continues to hold, I simply think that that trap to the upside is going to basically break. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Ducking. Keep it going. Keep it going. And I love how somebody's going to come here and be like, hindsight. Get the duck out of here. Nobody really does that though, but I get some Let's just worry about price. There we go. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to say anything. I don't even want to say anything. I'm with a runner right now. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. We're reclaiming 71. Guess where we're going? Guess where we're going? To the 80. And then through the 80, we're going to the 88. Yes, I'm still going to probably add here. I'm getting more greedy now. My goodness. I don't even know what to say. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Ebnar says, good morning. Buenos dias, mi amigo. Buenos dias. We've been already ready for this move since 7:25 or 6:25. I've been long since 6:25. This is rigged. And it's okay. You know what I mean? Like the moment I decided to just think that it was okay, then I stopped fighting with it. You know what I mean? Like you can come here and be upset that it's rigged, or you can come here and be like, well, fuck it. You know what I mean? Let's just go with the rigging. Join him. If you can't beat him, join him. This is one of those cases where you definitely don't want to try to be beating the market. Just join him. Wait for the dip, expect the rip. You know what I mean? It's much easier than letting it rip and then trying to guess where the dip is going to be coming in. Like right now, if we get a dip right now and, this position kind of fails, this is the runner already. I couldn't care less. This is just printing extra, you know what I mean? But if we fail at 63, I would not be surprised. And then if we break down below 50, well, then I'll get short below 50. Price is king. We don't need to guess when to feel bearish. We don't need to guess when to feel bullish. We simply must follow the price. There was nothing to be shorting here. Nothing. Even yesterday, there was nothing to be shorting. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, the ducking bear flag, yes, whatever. At the end of the day, yesterday was a day to simply be piling up long. And if I was trading micros, I swear, I might start trading micros on the side as well. I should have been loading up every single other day here. It's an ad. All this here, it's an ad. Maybe not today. We're not going to necessarily make a new high today. But what I'm trying to get at here is that over time, I do expect another high probably. And you know what I mean? Like, just why? Like, why fight this? people on Twitter are like, just too much. It's a good reason why you gotta just follow simply price. I've been long since 725. I rolled out of bed and I knew to buy. Like, I'm like, this thing is just choo-choo trains going up. And I did buy, and it's not no hindsight. It was all posted up on the Discord. As soon as I got long there, I mentioned it every single time. I am as quick as possible to try and mention it there. So this move here, it's expected. It already happened. If you're trying to come here now and try to chase price at 71, you can, but it's more risky. You know what I mean? Like, you definitely can at 71 here. You can. But you know what I mean? The higher you're gonna buy, the riskier it is. Because right now the traps that happened overnight, which I think it was Brand that he's pretty good with his he's getting really good with his levels. I'm actually liking a lot of what he talks about on the community. He talked about getting long potentially around the 48 area, especially if we had some dips right below that area. And look what happens here. Whoops, sorry. Can't really see. So he discussed this idea there on the community about 48 or 48 level, I believe it was for him. For me, it was 50, but 48. Seeing the dip and then seeing obviously reclaim that area. And look what happens. It dips below 48, gives a nice pop here, reclaims. Does another kind of trap here, puts in a double bottom there. And look at that. When it reclaims its 48 level, pushes, back test, okay, the cousin of the trap, which is always the back test, if we get it, right? And then boom, look at that from that entry there. So once I wake up in the morning and I see this kind of congestion happening here at 61, 60 resistance level, we've taken back another level of resistance, which is 60. So very simple. I take the long at the 60s there. And then yes, my average got pushed upwards afterwards because after I took profit here, I ended up adding a little bit more there, and now I'm just with a runner. But why do I need to do anything else? Like beside, like short or, forget it. And look at that. There's the ducking 80. What was I just talking about? The 71 reclaim here. Look where we bounced from. 70 freaking 1. Look at the low. Right to the tick. 71. Oh my God. I get frustrated like this. I'm not frustrated. It's just I'm really trying to show you this. Like, look at this. This was the previous resistance. Hence why I took profit at 71 here. Okay. Now, guess what we just did? We squeezed through it. We back test to where? To the previous level of resistance. There is no need for indicators. Nothing. Nada. Through the 80s now. Oh my goodness. Do not short this thing. Don't short it. I think we're going, I don't know right now, but I think we're hunting, as I've been talking about on the Discord community for this pretty much this whole week. This crap here is inevitable. Hitting the 91, 93 level, and then the ultimate 6002, 98. That is where I would expect some type of reaction from the Bears, if they even have any left. But this was inevitable. Look at it. The inevitable is about to happen. Oh my gosh. I should have been in heavier. Why did I take fucking profit? I always take fucking profit early. Amazing. You know those little days where I like take my little losses of 3 points and I'm like, they're fighting it, doing 3 trades, 3 point stops. It frustrates me a little bit. But then I always know that, days like yesterday, today, the day before, they're going to come. And then it's like, those little losses are irrelevant to my account. They're like sometimes people think that, you know what I mean? Like 150 is like going to make a dent on this account. It's like, I'm going to let it print. I'm not taking shit. This thing has kept me here since 725. I'm not fucking taking profit. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna wait to see what happens at the 91. Oh my goodness. I don't want to say I told you so, but told you so. I'm not gonna lie, I'm debating taking this at 91. I've already had enough fun with this. Look at this. I'm up over 20 points on one contract. Look at that. Have you taken that in? Holy shit. This has got to be one of the best trades now working out so far for me. 20 points on the runner. Fuck, I think I'm up like 40 points. I got to double check how many points across all contracts. All right, I'm gonna have to set a take profit on this. I can't really see this thing pull back too much. You know what I mean? Like, if I can take it out at 91, I'll be extremely happy. Come on, 91, just so I can say I rode this baby all the way to the ducking inevitable 91. Come on. Come on, baby. Look, I can't even see my ducking entry there. Honestly, I might lock it down. So here to recap, we are up over 20 points on this right now. This is the runner. I already locked in profit. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Is the inevitable coming? I don't know, but I'm going to lock it in, I think. Come on. Boom! I'm out of this. I'm taking my profit and I'm walking away. Oh my goodness. If you're not there on the Discord, well, I would suggest you join because things are happening there. Things are happening. And there it is. Close. I'm closing in on my best day, I think, since like 3 months, something like that. So yeah, I'm not definitely not gonna push it anymore. I've actually missed seeing those kinds of numbers. I'm not gonna lie to you. It does. It's pretty good. There's 91. Fuck. Well, there's 91. This is where I would expect Bears to kind of have any form of, dignity and kind of hold this level down. Obviously, I don't expect them to. I'm just saying, I do understand that this is the level where we broke down from. If you don't remember this level, this was broken down back in. Where was this broken down? This was broken down back on Thursday, November 14, but it was support from the 13 all the way to about Friday, November 8. So this level again, it should have some type of action if we are in a bearish picture. You know what I'm going to say, okay? But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? If Bears want to take us down, they have one job here. We need to hold 91 as resistance or 98, which is kind of their last hope, right? And then they basically need to do this. Look at this. Let me show you here. I had to change the song. All right, so this is it. Look at this here. I can't draw or else my lines are going to come back. So just try to follow along here if you're interested to understanding the 91 level. So we can clearly see there, if you draw a line, this is the daily chart right there. That was 91. That's why it's kind of a big area, right? 91, 93. So 91 being the low here, and then 93 kind of sitting a little bit up here. So this is it right here, right? Those two candles, those 2 days. Hence why I'm expecting resistance here. This is where we broke down from, so we should react there on the bearish side, okay? Now, the next major key level is going to be 98,602. 6002 is a little bit more difficult to tell on the daily. However, on the hourly, it's a little bit more clear. So this is it. Like, if bears cannot basically reject here, make us reject, and then break down this lows here at 86, which is sitting right here, give or take this area here. So we basically need to start rolling over here, okay? Rolling over and then heading back on down if we are in a bearish short-term trend. Of course, I don't expect that to happen, but nonetheless, it's a possibility on a macro scale. However, on a macro scale, what I'm expecting, what I've been expecting, is this dip to basically get bought as it has been bought, and then basically squeeze, and then head to all-time highs again. So it's rinse and repeat. Can you guys see this? Like, over and over again, the same bullshit happens. So it just already a year and a half I've been playing this game, and I stopped fighting it already. Okay, so now when we make this new high, I don't know when it's gonna be, then I'm gonna expect the dip and then the same thing again. Why? Because look at this. This is the daily chart. The dip, the rip, the dip, probably the rip again. You have the dip, the rip, consolidation, rip, the dip, the rip. Over and over again. Consolidation, the rip, the dip, the rip, the dip, the rip, inevitable. Same thing over and over again. The dip, the rip, the dip, the rip. So who am I to be telling the market right now, okay, or who are you to tell the market right now that this dip here is going to be the beginning of the end of the highs? No, we don't know when. And let's just stop playing these games that anybody knows when. Let's just simply go with the trend. The dip, the rip. There you go. It's simple. Hence why I'm always freaking bullish on this thing. Don't fight it. Pick your shots where they matter and then go with them. So again, I'm not going to short 91, 98 either, but look what's happening right now. The inevitable has happened, 91, 93 level, right? So we know this because price is king. We have evidence of why 91, 93 is a level that the bears should react, okay? Look what just happened here. We're getting to 91, okay? We've hit 91 here. Let me make this a little bit cleaner. Look what just happened. We hit 91, we hit 93 to the exact tick. Guys, look at this. We hit 93 to the tick as we were speaking, okay? Look what just happened there. We are getting a reaction and we're starting to pull back on lower. Does that mean I need to short there? No, not at all. Not at all. I don't short the choo-choo train. My job is to be positioned ahead of these moves here. But nonetheless, if you like those shorts, I would not have shorted anywhere besides the 91, 93, which I'm not going to do it. But again, just understand the levels. If you can just learn to understand the levels, then afterwards you can play this however you want. If you want to pick the short side, pick it. That's up to you. If you want to pick the longs, you do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? It's just, I find it amazing at how all these levels work in general. So we never need to really guess, where to take profit. Where is the market going to get denied? Where can this move potentially have some problem? Where could be the speed bumps along the bottom and the top side? Well, we know when. And it becomes a game of ping pong. And that's why I always say that this is nothing but the greatest game of ping pong and Jenga ever assembled. Look at that. We get to the 91, 93, and where are we now trying to bounce from? The 80. I don't know. What a fresh cash Friday this was for me. Amazing. Unbelievable. Unreal. I was long since 7:20, well, Eastern time. I was long since 6:20 my time. Level to level. This is the only thing that works, in my opinion, in the market with high conviction. Yes, other things can work as well, right? But again, it's a matter of you, however you are as a trader, and mastering those skill sets. If you want to be a trendline trader, I'm sure you can master that. But just understand that I always find that you're gonna be a little bit maybe not quite comprehending the trend in general. And don't tell me that, this ducking trend line here is a break of a trend. That is by far what just happened here. But if you want to believe that, go for it. You know what I mean? That is entirely up to you. And then there's going to be those pretty fancy indicators of people that, oh my goodness, look, I was reading, the tape, or I was reading the ducking dome. Who gives a fuck about the dome? I don't even know how people trade using that. The orders. I mean, it makes sense. Okay, I get it. It makes sense on a scalpy. Like if you see more, bubbles or more like orders sitting at certain levels, then yes, I understand the market hunts those liquidities. But I choose not to, worry too much about where these levels of liquidity are sitting in here. Like, why do I need to be trading inside this garbage here? I don't. I need to understand on a macro scale who's really doing the buying, who is really in control. And you're not going to get that on a 2-minute time frame. Never. You're going to get that on an hourly. We can see who's buying. Do you guys remember what I was talking to you guys before? How we're making higher highs and higher lows. And obviously someone's in control doing this. We have the trap here. We have the low from the dump. We get the trap here. Where's the beginning of this whole move? Right there. And then we have the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And before it happened, what did we say? Maybe higher high. And it just happened, higher high. A good way to end the weekend. Yes, absolutely. It's like a sack of potato. Like, the market is an auction. We know this. Okay. But why do we need to worry what's going to happen inside on a tiny scale? Think about it like this. If you can zoom out, there are big buyers and sellers controlling this price, right? So if a buyer, let's just go back to the very basics of economics, which is a sack of potatoes, okay? A commodity. So somebody buys it at $10, they push it to 13. Let's assume price were to return back to the $10. Do you think he's gonna let price go below $10? The big buyer who bought a shitload of potatoes at $10? Likelihood not. What he will do, because he has a lot more money, is buy more at $10, supporting his own price. Then what's he gonna do? Push it further than $13, whatever means supply and demand rules, right? But just to keep it very simple, 10, 13. We go to 11, we go to 15. Then we go back to 12, and then we go 17. Then 15, then 18, 15, 20. Are you understanding what I'm trying to get at here? That we are making higher highs and higher lows on a macro scale. And then based on those higher highs and higher lows, we can gather where supports are at, because these are the levels that really matter in the market. Why? Because that's where the real big money is really buying and selling. I'm definitely not trading anymore. I did 2 trades today. I just had my biggest day. I'm definitely not going to be trading anymore. Do I expect further upside? Well, as I've been calling on the community pretty much all week, that this was kind of inevitable. I've been using those words, inevitability. Yeah, inevitable that we were going to come up here. And 91, 98, and 6002. 602 hasn't happened yet, but whatever. I'm happy with 91. I'm not going to cry that we didn't go to 98 yet. I'm not saying I predicted this whole thing. I wrote it all the way back up. No, rather it's understanding direction in price. That's, I guess, my point here. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of, I'm thinking I should have left the runner going, but you know how it is. If I leave the runner, we would have probably retraced back on down to the 63, and then nah, I was not gonna let go of 20 points on a runner. No way. Plus 20 points on a runner. And since 720, I've been holding that position there. This is what I love about technicals, that it's amazing. You don't need to be, guessing or anything. You can feel conviction when you trade. And that is what I find a lot of traders lack, you know what I mean? Conviction. It's not a matter of making money, you know what I mean? Like when you're new, you think it's about making money. No, it's not at all about that. Yes, that's the end goal, of course. That's why we start trading. But it's about understanding what price wants to do and getting into positions where you can feel high levels of conviction, which then leads to profitability. All right, just for the fun of it, let's bring this in here. What are we gonna do now? Wheel of Fortune. Are we gonna dump from this level? Are we gonna pump from this level? Or are we gonna chop some more here before breaking? Let's find out. Pump. Holy shit. She's expecting the pump. Whoops. Hey, so I guess my two indicators were wrong this morning. The crystal ball says some chop at open, and I think it was the Wheel of Fortune too, calling for some chop there, but indicators were both wrong. More proof why not to follow indicators. Those are the only two indicators I have. And we're getting stuck at 91 again. So this is why I would not be getting too excited just longing there right now. You never want to get long below a level of resistance. And I mean, this should not surprise anybody. I mean, we just talked about how this level is very key in the market. We're getting denied here again. The Bears, they need to do something here if they're going to have any type of, dignity. But then again, this is why I have this for them. You see that little teddy bear? You see that teddy bear? Look at that little teddy bear. You see him eating his gummies? You see the bear? You see the bulls there? Yeah, that's what they get. They're even lucky that I even like them enough to even put them there. I only put them there because every other rip we get a dip once in a while. So they have caught me the last time. So whatever. I take your money. Well, this is your infomercial for the day. Like I said, and I've been saying, we talk about these levels on the community all day. And if you want to join the conversation and, of course, bring your own take to the community, feel free. It is 100% free, no in app purchases. We are a genuine community, an authentic community, trying to grow as traders and provide value for one another. Here, the only way I'm not going to take this long, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying here is, if we can probably put, no, I mean, it's fuck. This is hard now, because the thing is, even if we push to the 98, 98 could have a good reaction from there as a short. So I would argue that you were waiting for maybe a push to the 96 and then get long at 91, but I wouldn't feel comfortable with that, because I understand that, like, this is a major level here of resistance. 6002 and 98. This is another major of level of resistance. So it's a very tight range here between getting long and possibly getting the dump. You know what I mean? So it could happen. It's still a possibility. Do I think that we can easily hit 98, bounce from 91, and then squeeze? Yes, but I understand that that's kind of a low probability outcome. I would rather expect and see, maybe 91 continue to hold and get us on down, or I don't know. I think at this point, if we come on down and we break 63, it's a healthy thing for the market. It's a healthy thing because the bulls have already done their job. They've tested 91 now. We break 63, maybe we go down, break 54, but 60 level here. I don't know. That's a plan for Monday. You know what I mean? I need to see what's going to happen the whole rest of the day. I have no idea. But for now, the Bulls already did their job. They managed to hit a major level of resistance. Why is it important? Well, look at it like this. Why is it important? Think about it like this. When we were dumping, right? When we were dumping, how likely did it look that we were going to be pushing up, back on up? It looked a little bit unlikely, right? Well, right now we're pumping. How unlikely is it that we're going to be breaking the lows? It's always an unlikely scenario, right? Because we always see that it's far away from one another. Therefore, when the bulls push back up here and they retest a major key level, that is something worth noting. So right now, if let's say we dumped and we broke the lows, well, I would feel a little bit bearish, right? More bearish, and I would understand that the picture is still a bearish picture. So when we break down, we pump back on up, and then we're gonna get a dip. If whatever level they decide to hold, whether that's 63 or 50, as long as they continue to hold like in the middle of this range, this is still a very healthy push, and this is still a very healthy trend back on up. So it is meaningful. Marufo says good morning. I didn't even see it. Marufo's in a bit of a unique situation, but I'm not gonna say it here, obviously. But I hope that like we talked about it yesterday. I hope that it goes well for you. So there you go, 91, 93 acting up as resistance yet again. If you're one of those that likes the short right there, I mean, that would have been it. You know what I mean? Again, we don't need to guess. That was from a major level. A major time frame that you got to gather your levels from. We're bouncing from 80. So it looks like right now we're congesting. We're gathering more volume for the next move. Whichever way it decides to go, it's up to the market, but we're consolidating above 80, below 91 right now. I'm not going to do anything here. I'm already done, but what I will say is that 91 is continuing to hold, right? And what are we doing here? I don't know if you guys remember. What does this look like to you? Does that remind you of a restaurant with an M on it? So we could be breaking down is my point here. We break down 80, again, it would not be a bad thing. It's okay. What do you guys think? You guys think that 91 is going to hold? I would be a little bit worried here. I don't like this M. I have like a 15-minute documentary on this M shape. It's not an indicator. It's just this is a level of support here, right? We're trying to break it. So whenever we kind of, get these bounces from support and the bounces kind of get weaker, when we break down, if we break down, it could mean, we're going to be in for a nice little pullback here. So on a typical day, I would rather short at the break of that low there, not up here, because I simply do not know if this is the top. You know what I mean? Like, it's, yes, I understand it's resistance, a major resistance at that as well. So depends how you want to play it. There's a million different ways. So for me, it's like I've already been burned too many times trying to short resistances. So what I like to do now is simply wait for the weakness to come in and basically, do that final thing, because it always does this anyways. Yesterday it looks exactly like yesterday's dump. How can I prove it? Look at this. This looks like yesterday's exact same setup. Where did it go? Where's the M? 21. Oh yeah, right here. So look, this is gonna prove my point perfectly here. Look at this. Okay. This is support 63. Okay. Hence why I was long today. So same exact level, 60 to 63. Okay, we'll go 60. Right here, 60 to 63. Look at this. We have exactly the same kind of scenario. We have the M. I'm not saying we're gonna break down right now. I'm just telling you what I'm like, my perspective on the market. So right now we have a double top, right? You just saw it. We have a double top and we're shaping as the M. Over here, we have a top. Imagine if I come here and I try to think that that's the top. This thing could have easily gone up. Therefore, I don't like shorting here. It's very difficult to know that this top is going to hold in this type of market. So what I'm saying is, regardless of what happens, double top, triple top, quadruple top, it really doesn't matter. When you simply can see that the support is getting used up, I rather short the weakness when it comes in at the break of that. It's not trying to predict the double top, triple top. Who gives a damn? And then look when it breaks down. Boom, what a dump. That is the breakdown. That's the M indicator that I'm talking about. And look, it's working again. Like, I don't know why price tends to do this. I have no idea. But I do know that that's the only way that they can break supports. They need to have tests of the support. I always look at the top. There's no wrong or right answer. You know what I mean? Like here, I understand its resistance. Again, I've been burned too many times, so I choose not to. For me, the short entry would have been somewhere here. But again, I'm already done for the day, so I'm not gonna do it. But it's basically looking exactly like yesterday's setup. The M, if you haven't seen it, well, there's a 15-minute documentary about it on my channel somewhere. So if you're interested, right there. The reason why this works is because they're breaking down a level of support. So I like to short the breakdown. I like to short weakness. So again, I could have probably shorted 91. I could have probably shorted here both ways, but I'm just not going to take those. I don't like shorting the choo-choo train. If you like it, be my guest. Do it. But for me, I simply wait for the dip and then I buy it because the rip is going to come and it's going to come more aggressive. I got to get this shirt. Antonio tells me to get this shirt. I'm going to see where I can go buy this. I have someone make it for me. Short squeeze loading. That's going to be my lucky shirt on Friday. We're going to upgrade that shirt right away. That's exactly what just happened today. Short squeeze right at the open. The M indicator working. Price looking like the food McDonald's garbage. Think like this. That's a good point. That's a very good point as well, Antonio. So, very good point. I guess it's just a matter of what you feel more comfortable with, right? For me, I don't really feel comfortable shorting these here. I used to, but like I said, in this type of market, I've been burned too many times, so I just don't. And that's why in general, breakdowns, I don't also short here. Like for example, yes, this M yesterday worked out better, it seems. Today, kind of reclaiming, right? But you got to understand as well that in order to have a real proper breakdown, in my opinion, in a macro scale, it's got to be a level that matters. So for example, 80, it's not a major level, you know what I mean? Like if we do this at like 86, 58, 86, that's interesting. We have to break down a multi-hour level of support, or at least multi-day, or at least a multi-hourly, like 2 hours kind of support. A breakdown doesn't really count, in my opinion, because it's been bouncing from a 2-minute time frame for the past 10 minutes. So that's kind of to clarify my position there. So on a typical day-to-day, I'm not looking for a breakdown in general. The last breakdown we really had where I kind of got caught, which was at this 6002 level here. You can see this here. Look at this. This is perfect. And 91.93. So you can see here we have support, 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 support. And this is when I was talking about how that's when the dip would come in. So right when we finally break down, that's the trend to the downside that leads us for a nice trend. If that makes sense. I want to be shorting at major key levels of support, because at that point I know that we're going to be in for a multi-hour trend. Probably a day, could be a week, we don't know, but price is king. Price tells us when to feel bearish, price tells us when to feel bullish. Price basically tells us when to do anything. Well, me at least. Look right now, if we enter here, we possibly will fight. We'll fight with bulls and shorts into the top bull. Yes, correct. So here, it worked out perfectly. I agree with you. But the reason why I still don't like it up here is because a very simple reason. I just do not know if we were going to squeeze even further. So today we're getting denied, right? But there are a lot of instances where we will not squeeze right through this, where we will squeeze through this level, and then we're just going to go higher. So in the end, for me, I don't want to be looking for the tops. You know what I mean? I'd rather be, before the move even happens, there's likelihood a good long, so I'll be long anyways. But if I'm looking for a short, if let's say I missed a long, I would still rather enter here. Because at this point, I know that once we break down, we just back tested right now. I know that price now is starting to feel weaker, or so it seems, right? But up here, I just don't know. And hence why 95% of my trades are long. I don't really like to short, especially at these levels here. I don't like it. This is just a mere pullback, probably. But you do have a very good point. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's better to be shorting at the top here. It's just, I find it very difficult for me. And I'll be honest, I'm speaking, you know, obviously in hindsight now, looking at all the action as it comes in, right? However, I just took profit up there. I'd rather just let this thing pull back as much as it wants to, and I know where to buy it at the bottom. But that's the beauty of the market, that there are a million, probably infinity different ways of looking at it. But again, as long as you understand the price. So if you want to short these stops, right, you need to understand why. Why are we getting denied 91, 93? Well, on a daily chart, this is where we broke down from. So it makes sense that we're having this type of reaction up there. But for example, look at it over here. When before we squeezed, we had this kind of top, we had this, we were making, this level of support kind of right there. And then we have this top, we have this top, we have this trap here with this wick, right? You would have gotten wrecked shorting here, shorting these tops. It would have been wrecked. Look at overnight. You have these tops here. Okay, you have these tops here. Top, 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 top. You would have been wrecked in the end. And what I'm saying is, if we simply can just wait for the dip, wait for the trap, wait for the reclaim, and then we expect the rip. And by the time this level gets into action up here, well, who cares? We're already in the green, baby. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I'll say 60% bullish, bulls, 40% shorts, 1 hour. Yeah. All right, so I think that's kind of it for today. I mean, it's Fresh Cash Friday, and boy, was it Fresh Cash Friday. I mean, amazing day. So I'm gonna probably be walking away now because I mean, there's nothing for me to do now. I mean, liquidity and volume is probably gonna die down now, and we'll see where market closes. Right now, what I would imagine is because we just broke down with this M here, I would probably expect further downside, to be honest, on my side. Again, I'm out of it. I'm going to be watching what price does, on a consistent, like throughout the day, I'm going to watch what price does. If we reclaim the 80, well, then great. We're pushing back on up towards that 98 level up there. But I'm not going to trade no more. I'm just, watching. I'm observing now. That's it. Check my 1 hour. Let me see. Yeah, we're bouncing from a lot of support, man. Like we have a lot of support everywhere, right? But the thing is now, the key difference now is that we've already hit this 91. So I understand, I think that from 91, we are likely in for a pullback. I don't know how deep, but I do think we're in for a pullback, which is what's happening exactly right now. $1 million question, of course, is how much. But whenever we hit major levels of resistance, we are in for a pullback. So right from that M, like I said, I'm gonna walk away. I'm expecting further downside. Let's see if the bears want to take us deeper to the downside here. If not, we'll continue the conversation on the Discord there. But as of right now, there's kind of no need to get long right now. That's just my opinion. I will see what happens, but come on, bears, get us down. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. It was an amazing day, amazing trade. And of course, if you want to know more about the community and why we were long this morning, well, just join. It's free. So, yeah, that's your infomercial for the day. You're welcome to come and see different ideas, grow as a trader, because that's what this community is all about, to grow as traders. And yeah, that's it. So, thank you all. Have an amazing weekend. Spend it doing what you love. Thank you for tuning in. Have an amazing rest of your day.